So I have a process video for you today using the Great Outdoors collection from Paper House Productions. I'm just showing you all the different elements. I have both all of the papers and the sticker book and some of the Life Organized products that coordinate with the collection. So I'm just showing you some of the different papers that I've picked out that I might want to use. And yeah, so I'm going to create a grid layout today. And first I'm going to make a huge mistake because I wanted my wood to be my background, and then I wanted to have a border around my whole photo of this kind of chevron paper. But when I cut the paper, I cut it opposite. So yeah, you'll see that in a second. I really, really love this Great Outdoors collection. I think that it has lots of fun little bits and pieces. And yeah, see, I cut it the wrong way because I wanted the wood at the front. So I went back through some more of the papers in the collection and I grabbed this orange chevron. And that is the paper I'm going to use as the background to mat that dark wood paper. I really love the colors in this collection. I think the colors are what I love the most. They are really, really just fun and bright and really nice. And I think that they really could be used for a variety of subjects. Some of the papers in the collection are quite themed, but I think that's okay. It doesn't bother me. But the patterns are so cool. Like, I just love those colors. They're really, really awesome. So yeah, this is going to be my page. I'm going to do an 8.5 by 11 layout. I'm going to ink everything with some vintage photo distress ink, and I'm going to create a nice grid layout. So I decided what I'm doing here is I'm actually using a page design that I have used in the past in this particular scrapbook. It is a design that I like. And this scrapbook is for my youngest son. So I'm just going to I wanted to put some splatters on my layout with some paint, because with that really dark background, I really wanted to break that dark background up a little bit. And I wanted to bring some lightness to it. And one of the ways you can do this is with some white acrylic paint. I'm going to color it just a little bit with some sprays from my stash. And then I'm also going to lighten it up with these strips of paper. So this kind of breaks up that dark background. Again, this wooden background is beautiful and gorgeous, but it is dark. If you watch my channel or follow me a lot, you know that I'm not a fan of very dark layouts. So I thought I'd just share with you how to make this dark background still feel light and bright and go with my scrapbooking style. So I grabbed my paint palette of choice, which is a paper plate. I love it. You don't have to clean it. You can just throw it away. And I'm showing you here how I'm creating this color. So my son is standing in front of a lake in the photo, and so I wanted a color that was reminiscent of lake water, which, you know, isn't blue. It's not like the ocean, right? It's a little gray and a little dingy. So I have some white acrylic paint, and I wanted to thin it up because I didn't want to use the spray. If you use a spray on a dark background, you end up with something that kind of just soaks in. So I showed you there the shimmers. This is the Cold as Ice Shimmers color, and I just added a little bit to my white acrylic paint, and then I'm just going to water it down enough that it's going to give me some splatters. So this is going to be, it's like an aqua-y color, maybe. I didn't want it true white. I wanted to give it that kind of illusion of water, but kind of hard to explain, I guess. So, but I definitely would recommend and use white acrylic paint watered down if you want to do some white splatters onto a background, because a spray that is white or an ink that is white, in my experience, will just soak into the paper, whereas acrylic paint will sit on top of the paper and it will actually be true to color. So I just went ahead and I left that off to the side to dry, and actually I ended up smudging it, which was okay. You'll see that when I bring the background back. So my photo I cut down to 3 by 4, and then I cut some other pieces I'm going to cut some other, two other cards 3x4. So this is a great use for cut apart sheets if you are not a pocket scrapbooker. It's a great use for if you have Project Life cards. It's a really great way to use up these small cards onto a layout. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of center this photo and get my kind of my grid pieces laid out. So we're going to go with the photo, and then I'm going to take some of the cut apart sheets. I'm going to do an orange block, and then I think I grabbed the cut apart sheet here. So from the cut apart sheet, I chose this card that has the kayak on it because there's a kayak in the background near my son. And I cut it to 3x4. And you'll see I kind of cut the adventures apart, which is totally fine because I'm going to cover it up. I really just wanted the kayak. And then the top piece I'm going to embellish right over. And then I really loved this Explore More card. I think it was really cute. And I decided that that's going to be my fourth grid area of my layout. So now it's just a matter of kind of pulling in that background paper and deciding what I want to do. I also have these really large three-dimensional stickers, and I really want to use that one that says The Great Outdoors. It's awesome. So this is my background, and you can see I showed you my hand there because, yep, I put my hand right into my background. Oops. I'm going to kind of move these cards around a little bit so I come up with an area that I like it, where everything's kind of facing the right direction and everything looks okay. And so this is ultimately what I settle on for my grid. And I'm going to go ahead and use my T-square ruler to get this initial grid set up really well. I am going to go kind of outside the lines, but at the beginning when I start this grid, I really want the 4 photos to be centered well on my page. And I think it's important to do that when you have an 8.5 by 11 or a smaller sized frame. The 12 by 12, I feel like you can kind of fudge it a little bit, but 8.5 by 11s, you really can't. That's just my opinion. I feel like it needs to be centered real well. So I'm going to take my pencil and just make a couple of little tick marks so I get those cards centered well. And so now I'm going to go ahead and I want to add a couple more of these big stickers. I'm so sorry for my fuzzy head. I don't know. I must have had the camera angled funny that I ended up with my head in the camera. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes my camera is like perfect. It's set up perfect. And sometimes, I don't know, the gooseneck moves or something and I end up with my head everywhere in a video. So I did go ahead and grab that little banner across the top that says I love nature. That's on the 3D sticker sheet too. And now I'm looking at this flat sticker sheet and a couple other things. These are rice paper stickers, and I love them. I love them. I have them. Paper House Productions has them in a couple different designs, and I think that they're so fun. And I didn't even need to cut this, but I wanted it to be straight. I could have just tore it with my finger. In fact, I'm gonna put the rest of that piece in a couple other places, and I tear that with my finger too. So what I'm doing now is basically just covering up that thing the thing that says adventure, and then I'm gonna take some of these sticker flakes. So the rice paper sheets they're sized a little smaller. They won't do a 12 by 12. They're sized for planner usage, but they are totally usable on a scrapbook page, as you can see here, and they're a really fun element. I also have these little sticker flakes, which are also part of the Life Organized collection, and they're so cute. So these are individual die-cut stickers. I have never seen a product like this before, and I think that they're just ingenious. Like, I think they're ingenious. I don't know. I've never seen a product like this. I love them. They come in a couple different designs. They come in a lot of designs, actually. And they're just so cool. And they're just, you can place them around your layout, decide where you want them before you pull the little sticky back off them. And they're really awesome. I think any scrapbooker or card maker or planner girl would just love them because they're really, really neat. So yeah, I really like them. So I decided to put a little cluster of them at the top right and at the bottom left of my layout. I just grabbed some leaves and pine cones, some outdoorsy stuff. And then I have one of those little sticker flakes down by the sticker that says relax and unwind. And then I also have one down there at the bottom there's a little tree. That little pine tree is also a sticker flake. And so I'm pulling off some of these. There are these teeny tiny little stars on the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and use those as well. And then you can see there where I added those little bits more of that one rice paper sticker. So yeah, just I wanted to definitely show here that the Life Organized products, while they are called, you know, Life Organized, and they're kind of done as a planner for planners, they are so usable for scrapbooking. And especially when Paper House Productions does these like lovely 12 by 12 papers that you can buy, and then use those 12 by 12 papers and the planner products, and they coordinate perfectly together. So that is a really neat, very multifunctional products those Life Organized products are. So I just took a little piece of this rice paper sticker too. It has the little mountains on it. So cool, and I loved it. Off camera, I guess, I did my journaling on that little adventure card, and I put a date there. And I'm going to go ahead and use one more of these little popped up stickers. Those are the 3-day stickers. They're very, very dimensional, especially that one that I'm going to use as my title. And I love how they coordinate. So the 3D stickers coordinate with the sticker flakes, so you can put a sticker flake at the bottom, and you can put the popped up sticker on top, and it just works really, really, really well. So I really recommend it. It's really cool. I've really been enjoying using my Paper House Productions in my scrapbooking and my planning. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. There you can check out a blog post with all the products over at paperhouseproductions.com. Have a wonderful day. Bye!